For almost 500 years, one name has been the absolute go-to for predicting the future: Nostradamus. His writings? They've been debated, decoded, and totally picked apart. But what if the real secret wasn't what he predicted, but how he wrote it? Today, we're going to unlock the puzzle of Nostradamus.
It all kicks off with a line just like this: "The eye of Ravenna will be deserted." It's cryptic, right? Super evocative. It just sounds important. Written way back in 1555, this one line feels like a warning shot fired across centuries.
And that's really the big question, isn't it? What was Nostradamus actually trying to tell us? To figure it out, we're basically going to become detectives, breaking down this single prophecy to see how it all works.
Okay, so before we can decode the message, we really need to understand the messenger. Our investigation starts with the man himself. Just who was Nostradamus?
Well, Michel de Nostradam, or Nostradamus as we all know him, he wasn't just some random mystic sitting in a tower. He was actually a respected doctor and astrologer in 16th century France. His incredible fame comes from just one book, Les Prophéties, which is just a collection of these four-line poems called quatrains that have been stumping readers for hundreds of years.
Now, let's get to our key piece of evidence. We're going to zero in on one specific poem, Century I, Quatrain 6.
And right away, we hit our first major hurdle: translation. I mean, look at the original 16th century text. It's dense, it's poetic. The second we try to put that into modern English, we're already making choices. See those little shifts? The eye of Ravenna just becomes Ravenna. And his wings will fail at his feet gets interpreted as its protector falls. You see? Every single translation is an interpretation.
So to really get past that translation issue, we need to go deeper. Let's start unpacking the clues that are hidden inside this thing, line by line.
We're starting with that first really haunting line. On the surface, it seems pretty simple, but the real mystery is packed into just a couple of words.
And boom, immediately, we hit this wall of ambiguity. What is the eye? Is it a person, a powerful leader, the eye watching over the city? Or maybe it's a central landmark, the eye of the city. Or is it just a metaphor for something like the city's spirit or its vision? The text gives us absolutely nothing to go on.
And right here, you can start to see the technique taking shape. The prophecy is grounded in a real, verifiable place, Ravenna, a city in Italy. But that specific, real detail is paired with this super ambiguous symbol, the eye, which could mean almost anything. It's a mix of the real and the metaphorical.
The second line just makes the mystery even deeper, with more poetic, metaphorical language: "when his wings will fail at his feet."
And again, the prophecy just gives us questions with no answers. Whose wings are we even talking about? Is it a person? A nation that's symbolized by a bird, like an eagle? And what does this failure even mean? A military defeat? A political collapse? A literal plane crash? It's so visual but unbelievably vague.
Now, the third line, this one seems to offer a bit more clarity. It introduces new players and a specific action. The two of Bresse will have designed a plan.
And there's that technique again. We get another real specific place, Bresse, a region in France, which makes it feel authentic. But the actual people involved, the two, are completely anonymous. They could be anybody from any point in history, which makes the prophecy incredibly flexible.
Finally, the last line tells us who the targets of this mysterious plot are. It names two more real Italian cities, Turin and Vercelli, and says they're going to be betrayed.
But here's the final and most crucial piece of this whole puzzle. The prophecy tells us what will happen, a betrayal, but it leaves out the most important stuff. Who does the betraying? How do they do it? The prophecy is all set up and no payoff, and it leaves this giant void that our own imagination just rushes in to fill.
So, after breaking all that down, you can start to see a pattern here. There really seems to be a formula at play, a kind of secret recipe for writing a prediction that can last forever.
So this is it, the prophetic formula in 4 simple steps. Step 1, you anchor it with real place names to make it sound legit. Step 2, use powerful but super vague metaphors that can be interpreted in a million different ways. Step 3, throw in some anonymous figures who can be mapped onto any historical players. And Step 4, describe a common but dramatic event, like a betrayal that just happens over and over again throughout history.
And that's the absolute genius of it. This masterful blend of concrete details and deep, deep ambiguity is what makes Nostradamus' writing so durable. It's a template. You can take this one quatrain and apply it at dozens of different historical conflicts. And you know what? It'll probably seem to fit.
Okay, so this brings us to the really big question. If the prophecies are this vague, why are we still so obsessed with them? Why has Nostradamus captivated us for almost half a millennium?
While maybe the real power of Nostradamus isn't about him at all, maybe it's about us. His writings are kind of like a psychological Rorschach test. They don't predict the future, they hold up a mirror to our own anxieties and our deep human need to find some kind of order and meaning in a chaotic world. We're the ones who connect the dots.
So, I'll leave you with this one final thought. Nostradamus gave us a puzzle that has no single right answer, which leads to the ultimate question. If a prophecy is so vague that it can mean almost anything, does it really mean anything at all? It's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.